Yeah, thought good weekend. Feel good. Obviously, for me the crowd was great. Good softball. Thought FIU came in here and played well. Georgia Tech played well. Marshall played well. It was good. It was a good preseason tournament challenge. I thought that was good. And really every piece of adversity, I thought we rose to the level to overcome it. I thought we played pretty well given the circumstances of some of the adversity.
Yeah, Tim, you talk about the adversity. You guys were losing, and obviously Georgia Tech on Friday, yesterday as well. How is just facing adversity early on in the year going to help you guys further down the road?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you can understand, for me, two strikes. I mean, we don't. 2 strikes is 2 strikes. 2 outs is 2 outs. I think this club's shown a really good job of scoring with 2 outs. We've done that a bunch this season already. So if you make things bigger than they are, then they become really big. And so I think it's just being able to understand all the work we put in, all the preparation. The adversity just puts the preparation of how you're going to respond to some of that stuff. And by adversity, you're down 2-1 in the 5th, or you're down 2-0 in the 1st, whatever the circumstances may be. I think we've shown the ability to just continue the grind, do your job, and don't make things bigger than they are.
We just talked to Leah. She said she found out she was getting the start yesterday. What went into making that decision, and what did you think of her performance today?
I thought she pitched great. I'm not going to get into what goes into my decisions because I'm going to make a lot of decisions that people ask me about. But, it's a great time for her to start for us. She hasn't pitched a ton for us. She's been, injured off and on throughout the fall. Every time she's thrown, she's shown really, really bright spots, just like you saw out there today. But I thought she pitched really well. She was ahead. Leadoff batters off base other than the first inning. Was ahead a lot. Got some weak contact a lot. I thought she really did a good job in her first college start.
Coach, you told us last week that you moved Townsend down the lineup. She still had a slow start to the season. What did you see for her this weekend? She hit her first career home run.
Yeah, I mean, I thought she had she had a much better week this week than she had last week, and you can see it. Like my main conversation I had with her on Tuesday after the weekend was, I just want to see your teeth more. I want to see you smile more. I want to see you enjoy it more. I want to see you play. You're going to make mistakes. Everybody does, but you can't make a mistake, and then the whole world knows you make a mistake by, displaying, very average body language. And so just learning that part, it's a learning curve. I tell everybody, your freshman year, this was still her freshman year, it's the hardest thing there is to do in all sports. Very few people have Taylor Shoemaker years. Most people have their quote-unquote statistically their worst statistical year of their career. And so it's just learning how to overcome that, and learning how to find confidence, learning how to root for your teammates, learning how to, just be one pitch at a time if that's even possible. So, but I thought she had a really good week. And she's responding, so I think that's cool. She's responding to coaching. She's responding to her teammates. She's responding to getting out and not letting it linger too long. So I thought she had a couple more hits today. She's done a good job.
Yeah, Tim, you guys relied on the long ball a lot this weekend. Yesterday, for example, 7 of the 9 starters got hit balls out of the park. How has just been relying on the home run helped y'all's success so far in this year?
I don't think we're relying on the home run. I think the home runs are coming by, so we have a simple plan. The plan is to get on time. From getting on time, make good decisions. And the decisions we're trying to make are line drive decisions. How can I impact the ball for a line drive? I don't like to use the word hard too often because sometimes you get people to swing too hard and do things, a little bit out of character. So just be on time, make good decisions, swing at good pitches, which is also part of the decision-making process. But I thought, some of the games, you look at it, we've been stringing hit. And then this weekend, obviously, it's been a lot more home runs. But I don't think that the approach has changed. I think we've done a good job of being able to, get on time for better line drives. And Madison's ball today was a great example. A 53 or 4 mile-an-hour pitch, she's able to stay inside the ball and kind of knuckle it over with a line drive to left center. So been good. I've been really as I go through this. The first weekend I wasn't very happy. I thought we played okay. This week we've played much better, more to character of what I've seen these guys work like. Ella, get her in the game, boom, she gets a hit. Put Madison in, boom, get her in the game, she gets a hit. Like a lot of really good at bats. Kendall, slow start. probably one of the best weeks of anybody we've had this week with RBIs and home runs. So really happy with just being really happy with us being patient. We're being patient, and we have a lineup that allows us to be patient. We have a whole bunch of them, so I think our players are becoming a little more settled.
Coach, you guys are a few weeks off SEC. You guys play UCLA in 2 weeks. How are you guys preparing for those games?
Yeah, we're preparing for those games every day. That's what we do. I told my team yesterday, actually, after the first game of the doubleheader that we're going to play yesterday, I said, listen, I'm not looking ahead at all. I want us to be able to tackle every obstacle in front of us, whether it's a ball off Kenley's glove that goes to left field, where do you throw it, how do you throw it? We got to make an error, what do you do next? We have a base running mistake, how do you respond? So we're not there yet. We're not in the SEC play. I don't think we're in, ball shape yet for that level. We're still working, and I think that that's what we're trying to do is get this young constructed lineup together and get them to play well and feed off each other.
The crowd was really engaged all weekend, especially after that ejection today. How much does the crowd's energy affect the team's energy and playing behavior?
Yeah, I think that it's kind of a chicken or egg type thing. We play well, they get excited. They get excited, we play well. So I think it is a hand-in-hand type process. And it's one thing we've been really working with our marketing crew about is just, hey, constantly keep our fans engaged. Sometimes we have a lot of times Sundays we have a little bit of a younger crowd. Seems like people bring their kids to the ballpark a little bit more on Sundays. But averagely, and we have a lot of fans that have been season ticket holders here since we started selling tickets, and they've been coming to Gator softball games since 1997. So we have a little bit of an older fan base, and you got to keep them engaged with maybe sometimes newer and older music, sometimes some older chants. Seems like they get the most excited for "Take Me Out to the Ballpark" and the YMCA. So, but those are ballpark. I've had one fan put in a request that, can you please let us play Sweet Caroline? We love getting up and singing. And I said, well, I'll think about it. So, but we're always trying to find ways to engage our fans. We have a really good fan base, a very loyal, consistent fan base. And they showed that this weekend. We had a lot of stuff going on this weekend. And, we were still packed and had a lot of people here with, with the Kentucky basketball game and gymnastics on Friday and baseball. So I thought we had a really good showing for our first weekend at home. Okay, great. Thanks. Go Gators.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.